Good afternoon, Baz.
Frankster, how are we doing?
I'm okay, mate. I'm okay.
Do you want my phone? My phone is red hot.
Good. That's what I like to hear. When it's normal though, isn't it for you, mate?
Yeah, but it's everything now because obviously I'm getting alerts from my Twitter, from our Twitter, Isla's Army, from Isla's Fight Twitter, from PayPal, a lot. I'm getting kicked out of PayPal every 20 minutes because of payments that keep coming in. I think it's really, really good. It's fantastic, the support we've had. Let's not forget, this ain't meant to have started until Friday. And it
Give
was
people a quick update, mate, on what it is. What's causing it all.
okay. So basically,
In case they haven't seen it.
It was from. I'm going to sound really rude here now, and I don't want to be rude because I'm a rude person. It was from. Oh man, I've gone so blank because everything that's going on is just in my head. Let me get this out 1 second. Sorry, don't want to end up losing where I'm at. It was from Real Talk West Ham. If you don't follow him on Twitter, please do now at Real Talk West Ham. Spoke to me the other day and said, I want to get a something together for Ida. Let's do £1 a day thing, XYZ. How can we do it? And last night he wanted to get the hashtag trending. People started paying from that after we got the PayPal link, and it's just kicked off from there, really. Roger's got involved. Roger, I don't know what Roger's Twitter handle is. I just know Roger because I know Roger at Roger_J_Common who again has been doing fantastic stuff fundraising for Ida. So the three of us got our heads together, put out there £1 for Isla or £1 a day for Isla. I keep forgetting, mate. Honestly, my brain is just frazzled. £1 for Isla, day Friday, which was meant to have been Friday coming. It started. As we speak right now, I put an update out a little while ago. £3,043.80 has been collected so far. And all this money will be going directly to the family, by the way, not just giving, directly to the family, as we said. That's why it's gone onto the PayPal. Amazing, absolutely amazing. The offers that have come in, the donations that have come in. There's been people that have stuck to the rules, which are £1, and I'm going to tell you there's 95% of people that haven't stuck to the rules, and they've gone above and beyond, more than £1, more than £2. But I promise you, that takes nothing away from the people donating £1. Them pounds are vital. If we get 1 million people do that, that's £1 million. That's huge. That makes all the difference. This little girl, she's having a real tough time. I spoke to Nicola this morning. Should we do an update now or at the end? Sorry, just quickly. Do you want to get it out now?
Let's touch upon it a little bit, and then let's go into a bit more depth at the end.
Okay, so as people may have seen, sadly, Isla was due to come home today, but she's had fevers throughout the night for the last few nights, including last night, and she's just not in a great way at the moment. I will touch upon exactly what in a little while, as Frankie's just said, but right now she's fighting hard. She's not doing brilliant. She needs our support, and our support comes financially, and we're sending our love and our well wishes to her and all the family. The financial support will help her get the medication she needs, but I'm going to touch on that in a little while when I do a proper update. But yeah, listen, let's just keep this hashtag going. This £1 for Isla, keep it going, keep it trending. If we can get £1 off everyone, fantastic. If people want to donate more, superb. It's amazing. I know some people are having trouble with PayPal. Ideally, we want it through there. I don't want it through banks. There's been a few bank transfers which I'll add on to the Just Giving page. It's all been included in the totals. They're just coming in, mate. While I'm on the phone to you, it's just alert after alert for them. It's amazing. It's fantastic, and long may it continue.
Where do we stand at the moment this month, mate, in terms of a rough estimate of total, including what's going on at the moment with a £1 a day for Isla? Where are we standing as Isla's Army for the month of February?
Probably about £5,500.
Nice.
Through us. Let's not forget 3,000 of that's come from last night from this, so we was at like £2,500 from what we had done. Bit more than that that was just through the PayPal link. There's more than that. There was the John Terry armband that was sold, that was paid into the bank, which is £500. there is the money that's gone on Just Giving pages, 3,400 quid on that. So, as mate, we've only been doing this for about a month, and that's like 9-10 grand straight away, which is fantastic. We're at 5,500 quid on that at the moment. We've still got however many days left in February. What's the date today? Oh, mate, I'm just frazzled. 17th. What we got? 11 days left. I am convinced. If we can't get £500 a day through different things, something's wrong. We will have that at 10 grand by the end of this month. I'm convinced of it. We have got other raffles to come out. There is also, if you look at our pin tweet at Isla's Army, we've got the tickets still on raffle for the Betway Lounge into the sponsors lounge for 2 of you to any game of your choice when fans can go again. If you are buying them tickets, please message me or us on the channel or me directly, and please add Betway competition onto the notes on PayPal so we know what the money's for. If not, the money that you send is just going as a donation and you won't be entered into the raffle. Got a lovely prize to come out later. We've got a prize draw to do today. I believe we can get it done today, can't we?
We can, mate. We can. We've got it live on this at the end of the show.
Yeah, we was gonna, for the Trevor Brooking and the Declan Rice framed piece. There's 52 entries, which went out of last month's money, which was 520 quid, obviously. That's going to be drawn. We wanted Isla to do a video. She's just not well enough to do it, so we're going to do it as we used to on the wheel. Can
we just say that, mate? At the moment, we won't be giving any updates, and we won't be asking for any videos, and we won't be asking for any of Isla's energy to be used with, you know, any sort of videos or images or photographs right now. All of her energy needs to go into getting better right now. That's what's the most important thing. So we won't be asking for anything directly from Isla at this point. We won't be asking anything from the family at this point, because they need to be left alone to concentrate on getting better and getting into a place that we can then start another fight against what's going on. So there won't be any of those sorts of updates for a little bit, out of respect and just to make sure the energy is going into the right place.
Yeah, definitely, mate. All I will say, I'll touch on that. Nicola does quite often send me pictures of her. I never, ever, ever sit and say, can you get Nick, can you get Isla to do a video? I'd never do that. I'd never want to do that at all, and I never would. If Nick sends me a picture of her and say, look, Baz, look how poorly she is, I'll be honest with you, I'll use that picture. And if I'm honest, I hope it pulls on your heartstrings, because that's what we need to do. The little girl is fighting for her life right now, more than ever. And I promise you, more than ever. And I've witnessed this. And I will tell you all at the end, but I stood there. I put the picture on my social media yesterday. I've stood there and watched her have treatment in Barcelona. She's got it worse than that now, a lot worse. I fell into tears. Stood there crying my eyes out. I cannot begin to think what Nicola and Michael are going through right now, let alone Isla, let alone her. Now, we talk about Isla, the pain levels that little girl goes through. She was walking around, Nicola told us this, walking around with a broken bone in her knee. Didn't even know. That's the pain levels that girl goes through every day. Didn't even know she had broken her leg. Didn't moan about it, got on with it. Just dragged her leg along as she went. They was round the zoo with her like that. I spoke to Nicola about this today on the phone, mate. It's disgusting. It's horrible. No one should go through it. This little girl's gone through too much, more than her fair share. And all we need to do is keep getting the awareness out there. And listen, what a man he, I'm going to say this now. Keep the awareness out there. Sean's just put it there. Pride of Britain nomination for the child teenager for courage. Robert Snodgrass today, see the post, sent me a message. How is she, Baz? What's happening? I'm not going to lie, I did ask him to do a video, because people like that cause awareness. And as soon as his name goes and his face is on something, everybody sees it. That's what we need. That's what that girl needs. I promise you, mate, within 8-9 minutes, I've had a video sent from him. And that message, people have seen it. That's heart. That's from his heart, mate. That's heartfelt. That's not just him sitting there, oh, I'll do it for you. No worries, to help. That's him meaning what he said. That man said years ago when he come out to Barcelona, I want to try and help make a difference. He went off his own back to help get all the bits and help raise up to 30,000 quid, and still does that. He's not even at the football club now. It's different class. The man is different class.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Well, that was a bit of a run through. Now let's talk a bit of West Ham. Let's talk a bit of football. And then we'll have another run through at the end, mate. So if people are doing the hashtag £1 for Isla, just tag people in it like Snodgrass. Anyone you know or anyone you think of that could help, who could make a difference, who could share, retweet, put out a video, whatever it may be, tag them in it. What we got to lose. Just include him in the hashtag. Put out your tweet. Put hashtag £1 for Isla, and at every single person's profile you think has got a platform who can make a difference. So, we're not nagging people, we're not begging at people, but there's no harm in letting people know that we're here and we're going on this journey. So, Baz, mate, what I want to talk to you a little bit about is Talk Sport and their agenda that they continue with at the moment. And I've just seen a tweet from one of the other West Ham social platforms that have signed up with the devil and of having an interview with one of the top guys from Talk Sport, Moose. And what he put out this week about the reason why West Ham are doing so well is because fans are not in the ground. I'd love to see what people's comments are on that in the chat. I'd like to get your opinion, mate, on whether or not you think he's got any grounds to suggest that that's the reason for our change in fortunes. Do you think that, the fact that no fans are there is the reason why we're having this fantastic season?
No, I tweeted him back yesterday, and if that's his attitude, what does that tell you about Liverpool then? Did Liverpool only win the league last year because of their fans? Because they're having a dreadful season this year. So are their fans the only reason Liverpool won the league, pulling them through? What way does he want it? The man's off his head. It's a ridiculous statement. That's also taken away any praise that's deserved to them players, or that manager, his team, and them players, who all deserve praise. Jim White makes a comment about West Ham fans up in arms about Kufau because if he was only being £5 million. I never once heard that. But I'll tell you what I did here when I was on there, him boasting to me, but Baz, they've bid over £30 million for Fofana. Didn't get him. But he was proud to boast to me how much.
If I remember rightly, it was you who sat there and said, don't say that at the moment because they'll be sitting there saying we tried at the end of the window, and you were spot on, mate.
And this is what gets me with him. I understand what he's doing. It's his job, fair play, whatever. But don't sit and call out every West Ham fan for what they're doing and what they say. We're entitled to an opinion. I couldn't care if a player was 3 million or 300 million. If he wore a West Ham shirt and tried his heart out, that's all that matters. And they seem to forget that. And they say West Ham fans moaned about Kufau. I don't remember any fans moaning. Never did I. And for him to make that comment's ridiculous. And as I say, this is the same man said about to me when I was on there, but Baz, they did this for Fofana. Then went on to say, and I do know, Baz, they've invested 20 million of their own money to keep the club adrift. Why is he boasting them figures? Because I don't remember a fan moaning about the 5 million we paid for Kufau. They're liars, mate. It's pure and utter rubbish.
Yeah, it's an agenda for me. And do you know what? I actually think it's a typical TalkSport agenda. It's the same old push the motive, be completely against the West Ham fans, back the board. That's what TalkSport do. And whether or not Sullivan has any influence there, who knows, mate? Who knows? But it's what they seem to. I actually think it's not so much this time about the negativity towards the fans that's sad. It's actually down to the fact that they're not giving any of the praise to the people who actually deserve it. To put it down to that, and not what David Moyes has achieved as a manager, not what the coaching staff has achieved in terms of how they've got the team playing, not down to the players all pulling together and having that real good spirit and work ethic and unbelievable sort of togetherness at the moment. All of the good things and the reasons why it actually is the reason why we're having this fantastic season completely overshadowed and overlooked just in that one statement. And I think it's really, really harsh. And I think it's completely... Just for me, it's unbelievable. And I'll tell you one thing right now. The only thing that us fans have ever expected, Joe Cole said it and got it absolutely right, that the only things we actually expect, and we're very easy to please, is 100% commitment on that football pitch. Don't for 1 second think right now that if we was in that ground, we would be in any way, shape or form anything other than right behind that team. Not because we're winning, because it's never been about winning for West Ham fans. We could be 15th right now, but we would still be right behind them. And that reason is because every single player is running their heart out and are absolutely committed to West Ham United right now. And that is all we ever expect from as fans. And I tell you now, this amazing journey that we've gone on, this amazing season, right now would be the time you want them West Ham fans right behind you, because that would carry them through the fatigue, carry them through the difficult days. It would really push them through and get us, through to that end of the season with the highest possible finish. For me, I'm just shocked by it all. I can't believe the agenda's still there even now. It's just, for me, it's just a shame, mate, to be honest.
They want to mug the fans off. That's what they want to do, because they don't like the fans being against them, because they get their information from them. Listen, West Ham are probably the only club who've got the ITKs we've got. Where'd they come from? It's no disrespect to the ITKs, by the way, and I'd always say it, but where does the info come from? Where the TalkSport? I haven't ever heard Jim White sit on his show at any other club when he talks about him saying, "I've just had the chairman on the phone who's told me this." Not one. Why not? Because the other chairmen do their job professionally and not kids. Like the people that own our football club. You've got our other chairman who don't go on TalkSport, David Gold, quoting a tweet of someone's from years ago about how West Ham are doing now, and how the other person who was looking to buy West Ham was Tony Fernandez. Brilliant, and look what happened to QPR, and now he went bust. Fantastic. Don't boast, mate, because you're getting loans off of Michael Tabor. Yeah. To keep your club going. So why couldn't Fernandez have got that? If his company went under, why couldn't the table then have helped Tony Fernandez at that time? That's why I've never bought into they saved us. No matter what had happened, yes, they bought us at that crucial time. Someone else would have, without a shadow of a doubt. West Ham were too big to not. West Ham were an attraction over QPR. That's no disrespect to QPR at all. And it'd be like an owner looking to buy West Ham or Tottenham right now. You'd want to buy Tottenham. That's the bigger attraction.
Yeah,
and that's how it was with West Ham and QPR. So, mate, they just try and cover themselves. They've made a bad mistake, and it falls down again. It's not about being fourth or fifth or sixth in the league. It's not about being fourth, fifth, or sixth from bottom. It's about the rubbish that we've dealt with for years. A man who's balled in messages me yesterday. What do you think Barcelona fans moan about the Nou Camp and the distance from the pitch there? He didn't like my reply. I just sent back. I don't know why you're asking me, mate. You've got the wrong person. I don't moan about our seats now. What I moan about is what our chairman told us. And our chairman told us we will not allow the seats to be this much further away at the new stadium. I don't care how far they are. I'd watch West Ham in Wembley every single week, happily. That's a big gap. And then this is the thing, that people have got an agenda because you're balled out. I'm balled out personally because of the rubbish that we've been given from them for years. The fact they've not backed their manager again this window. I rate the job David Moyes has done. But I do ask myself, how weak is he? To make the statement, I'm happy with my squad, to say I didn't want the money to buy anyone else. Has he said that, or is he being forced to say it? And if he's being forced, he's too weak. And that ain't a manager for me that's going to take you further forward. But I don't think we're going to ever get that manager under this ownership. So I don't want to slag him off for that. And what he's done is fantastic.
No, it's incredible. Just want to show everybody this tweet, mate, because this is absolutely fantastic. Look at the image that is being used on the person's Facebook profile. There is Mark Noble there in claret and blue, and they are a Spurs fan. Ben Higgins, I absolutely applaud you, sir. Thank you for tuning in. Cancer has absolutely no colours, and it isn't about rivalries or being against each other here whatsoever. It is about us all pulling together, mate, and thank you very, very much. And he then also puts the hashtag Isla's Army. What a man. Thank you ever so much, mate. We do really, really appreciate your support. Let's have a look what Kent's saying here. Kent's saying, it don't matter how much you spend on players, it's about buying the right players and getting 100% from them. Absolutely agree. And that's all we ever ask. It's the minimum a fan should get, and we are getting it. Players and management, coaches getting fair credit from fans now, and that's deserved. It is. I just wish that the peddlers of the media would do the same, because for us, like we say, it is, you've hit the nail on the head there. It is giving 100% when we spend our hard-earned money on supporting a club should be the minimum we get in return, because we go working long hours. Some people spend, I know some people, mate, who spend every single penny they have in the world on following West Ham, and they go work, and if they want to go to an away game, they'll have to work extra shifts and overtime just to be able to afford to go to an away game. That's what people actually do. And those people are giving that dedication and commitment to spend their money on West Ham United. The minimum they just deserve back is 100% commitment on the pitch. And for once, in the first time in the last sort of probably 6 or 7 years, we're actually seeing that level of commitment. And it's fantastic to see. And that's the reason why we're doing so well. We've always said we need to be fit, we need to run more, we need to try harder, we need to give more commitment on the pitch. And finally, we're seeing it and we're reaping the rewards. That is down to David Moyes and his coaching staff, and I absolutely applaud them for what they've achieved so far. It's fantastic. So, all good. £60 million, mate, transfer window. That's what they've said David Moyes is going to have to spend. Some people seem to think that's a good little kitty for him. What's your thoughts on the £60 million?
Not enough if you've got any ambition, because a good forward will cost you 30, 40 million. So I don't think that's enough at all. And again, you know, we don't know the answer. I thought we would have left in the summer, but if someone comes in with the right money, will Declan Rice be it? If Declan Rice goes, we need 2 midfielders. We still need another one, no matter what, because Mark Noble ain't going to be here forever. And Mark Noble can't fill the role of Declan Rice or Souček for the way David Moyes wants to play. So there's 2 players. We need a keeper. I like Fabianski, but I do think we need an up-and-coming keeper. I like the guy at West Brom, and I think if they went down, you'd get him cheap. I think we need a left-back, proven. We need... Ben Johnson's done very well, to be fair. You've got to give him some credit. I know he's been playing out of position.
He had one good game. One very, very good game.
I think he's looked pretty solid, mate, to be fair. And I thought Ngaki did last year, and I was sad to see him leave. I'll be sad to see Ben Johnson leave too. I think that boy's got a future. I do think that. But I think we need a forward, centre midfielder, goalie, definitely a left back. So there's 4. And if you've only got 60 million, it ain't enough. And if Declan Rice leaves, you're going to need 2.
60 million probably is enough if you take the forward out of the equation. You can probably spend £60 million around a left back, defensive midfielder, goalkeeper. It's probably all right. But when you're looking for your number 1 striker within a budget, you're all right there, mate. What's going on? Baz is down. Man down.
Man down, mate. Man down.
Man down. What's he doing? There he is. What's he doing? You're all right there, mate.
Just making sure my shoes are clean. The camera's in the deck, mate.
What has he done?
Man down.
Baz has gone over.
He's back. I don't know what happened. I do know what happened now. I put my leg through the desk and booted the stand over.
That's it, mate. So, yeah, mate, for me, it's... I don't know. It's just, I think if you're including a striker in that, you've got to go and drop 40, 50 million pound on a striker. Even if you want one of the Red Bull model players that we said we was going to go for from now on, whether it be a Tony or an Armstrong, you're still going to pay 30, 35 million pound for players like that. So that's the hard bit for me, I think, with that. Mate. There you go. Look, Trevor's spot on. That was your Grealish impression.
I've just acted like I've been shot. Yeah, mate, I think you're right with that. But I will say, again, we've just made the comment, it don't matter how much a player is. So 60 million could be enough. I wouldn't care if they went and got 6 players with 60 million quid. If they give the manager...
Mate, 60 million pound is probably enough if you've got an unbelievable, well-organised scouting network that have... gone out there and earmarked players and have been watching players for the last 2 seasons, watching their development, how they progress, and could go and nip in and get an absolute bargain. I'm just not sure we've got the infrastructure or setup to go and find a bargain like that. And I think Soufal obviously come from a Souček purchase. Mate, I don't think we've got any ability to go and buy a unproven striker that would hit the ground running. I think the only option we've got is to sign someone who we already know can do it in the Premier League. I really do.
Oh, mate, I think you're right, and I do think it's going to be very tough. Let's hope we can have the season where we finish really high. That's what we've got to write. And if we finish high enough, and Declan Rice says, I do want to stay, I want to push on further, and there's 60 million quid, and that's enough to go and get a good forward, another midfielder and a defender. If they bought 3 players at £20 million, happy days. I don't think a £20 million forward's enough, because I don't think Antonio's great cover, because I don't think you get him long enough. And I think a £20 million forward wouldn't be an adequate replacement for when Antonio's out. Go and buy Danny Ings. He might cost you 40 million quid. You know he scores goals, which will leave you 20. And you can take a gamble on someone else, but gambling on a forward is difficult when you haven't actually got one out-and-out forward at the football club. And that's nothing against Antonio at all. Antonio's done a good job, but he isn't an out-and-out forward. That's the fact of life. Go and buy a proper forward. But will you find someone who is going to be happy to sit as number 2 behind Antonio? Because I think we all know that's David Moyes' number 1.
Yeah.
But as I say, Southampton ain't going to get into Europe this year. And he said he wants to play European football. If we get there, break the bank, sign him. He scores. I know he's not got a great injury record. How many goals he scored this season? Kent know this. I bet he's in double figures easily now. When was our last striker who was in double figures?
Yeah, long time ago, mate.
And that's, for me, just go and do it. It's a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer.
Yeah, no, I agree. Having a look at the football news that's coming out at the moment, mate. Have just been announced that all Premier League matches will be shown live until fans return. Is that good news?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's what's needed. Fans need to watch it. I'll be gutted if West Ham are on the box now, the way they're doing and the way they're playing. I would be gutted if I weren't. It's hard enough not being there to watch it. No, I wouldn't be at home games. I don't go to home games now, but I'd go to away games, and it's horrible to think that you're not there to watch West Ham doing as they're doing. So while it's on telly, you can make the most of it, and long may it continue, I say.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think it's good of them. I do think it's good. The only thing I'll say, I worry about their testers, because I've had a test from their testers. Mine's been the thing is, mate, mine has now gone to the higher hierarchy, because they've never had a case or a circumstance like this before. So I feel for these footballers that are being tested.
No, I get it, mate. And you called something recently when we done our radio show on Away Day Radio. If no one's tuned in, awaydayradio.co.uk, fantastic radio station with loads of interviews and sports on there, so head over there and have a listen. Also done the Weekend for Isla recently, which was fantastic, and have raised upwards of £10,000, which is phenomenal effort. When City were really out of form and struggling to pick up results and losing games left, right and centre, you said that they would still go on and win the Premier League, and you called that unbelievably well, because at that time I thought City looked very, very average. And then the side that's going through the spell at the moment is Liverpool, mate. Where are they going to end up for you? Do you think Liverpool are going to
they'll get
have got any chance of missing out on Champions League, or you think they're just going to steamroll back into the top 4?
They'll get top 4. They'll be in the top 4 for sure. I don't think they're contenders for the league at all, but they'll get top 4 without a shadow of a doubt. They've still got it. They've just missed key players, and obviously Klopp's had a bad time, bless him, losing his mum. I watched them last night, and they were good last night. I do think that's quite good, to be fair. They're playing with makeshift centre-halves every single game. The reason I called Man City is because, again, I think it is a fans thing. Watch Liverpool when they play. Look at the special nights at Anfield, the European nights. Fan power. Look at the teams arriving, coming up the Anfield Road on the buses. You know what I mean? And the coaches and all the fans are there. Watch Man City. Watch Man City score a goal. They don't ever go with the fans. Every single player cuddles each other. The fans was never going to bother them not being in the ground. And they do just have that class. Liverpool deserved to win the Premier League last year without a shadow of a doubt. But I don't believe Liverpool are good to watch. Not at all. They have very, very good fullbacks, and they have very, very good front three. Midfield, they don't create a lot of chances. I don't think they're that great. And I think if you get at them, you could stop them. I think their fullbacks this year are having to defend more, maybe because of the 2 centre-backs that are missing, which doesn't allow them to bomb forward as they did. The front three, I think, when it's fit, speaks for itself, is superb. But Man City, they just have quality across the park. Their goalkeeper plays football. Every single one of them can score, create chances, and that's why.
The assist from Edison the other night was unbelievable.
That's what they do. That's exactly what they do, man. And that's why, for me, I called it. And also, again, I ain't trying to blow my own trumpet, but that's why I said Tottenham won't win nothing with Mourinho. Or nothing major. I know they're in the League Cup final. Their squad's big enough for that. Chelsea should be there. Man City should be there. I mean, Man City have won it the last 4 years, haven't they? League Cup, or 3 years, whatever. Then them sides should always be there with the squads they got. Liverpool should, if they hadn't lost the likes of Van Dijk and things like that. But that's not a major trophy for them teams or them clubs. Not at all. It is for Spurs. If they go and win it, that's a successful year for them. They've won a trophy. They ain't done that for a long time. But is the League Cup success? Is that their level, the League Cup? If it is, forget talking about the top 4 and how you want to contend to win the title, because that ain't where you're at. You're well behind that.
Yeah, fair point, mate. But obviously, we're going into a really tough run now, mate. Our next sort of 7.
No,
What?
no, it's tougher for them. Only Man City's tough. Why is Tottenham tough? They're looking up at us now. We're looking down at them. It's got to be tough. It's got to be tougher for them, surely. It was always tough for us, looking up at them. We've got to get them. Come and get us now.
No, I get it, mate. But if you was to look at these next games, you got obviously us versus Tottenham. We've got City. Then we've got Leeds at home. You've got to pick up points there, because then you've got Manchester United at Old Trafford. You've then got Arsenal at the London Stadium. You've then got Wolves away from home, and you've then got Leicester at home. That's some run there, mate. Manchester City, Man United, Arsenal, Tottenham, Leicester, all within the next 7 games. That's tough, mate. Really tough.
We're going to beat Leeds 5-4.
Mate, you're probably about right with that prediction, mate.
Good
what
side,
happened to
mate.
the 3-1?
What, the weekend? Last night?
No. I thought every prediction was 3-1.
mate,
You just predicted a 5-4.
Leeds scored goals, but they concede loads. I had 3-1 the other night, Declan Rice, didn't I? It's 3-0. Gutted, charity bet. No good. But 3-1, I will back 3-1. I think we've only won once this year, 3-1. Aston Villa away, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's the only game we've won 3-1, actually. Was there another one? No, Leicester was 3-0. I don't know. Can't remember. But yeah, they are tough. They are tough games in comparison. But every game in the Premier League's tough. Sheffield United's tough. Now, I thought if they had a goal scorer, they wouldn't be bottom of the league. They're just poor. They don't score goals. But these teams, as I say, we used to look at all these. Oh, this is going to be an hard game next week. Like they're in the top 4. Well, we're up there now. It's got to be hard for them. Surely to God. And mate, we're so organised. That's what I like about us now. You know, look at our defence. Diop coming, I thought was brilliant. Craig Dawson, fantastic once again. And we worried how Dawson would look not without Ogborn alongside him. We spoke about that. And I thought he was superb again the other night. I do think that. And there's a good thing at West Ham. Declan said it after in his interview. How he said there's more to come. There's still another level we can push. If we can push that next level, we've a great chance of getting into that top 6 by the end of the season. And we've got to hope and pray that Antonio's hamstring don't snap.
Stephen Hurt, what's happening, mate? Next game's more or less a reverse of the fixtures early in the season. He put 3-0 against Leicester and Wolves 4-0, nothing to fear. He's got a point.
Definitely. I think we'll beat them. I do think we'll beat them the weekend. Usually I look at them games and I think if we nick a draw, it's a good point. I think we can and we should beat Tottenham this weekend. Again, they're a side without any confidence, any form. All they've got is Kane and Son. Apart from them two, they ain't got nothing in their side.
Yeah.
Nothing. Højbjerg, I think, is the most overrated midfielder in the Premier League at the moment. How people think he's doing a great job, I'll never know. Ndombele ain't a bad player. But we've got Declan Rice who can mark them out the game. Our fullbacks have got to be good. As long as our fullbacks are strong, with Son, we'll be all right. And I think we'll get a result.
Be nice, mate. Be nice. Right, I think we've probably kept everyone for long enough. Do you want to give us a quick run through on what people can get involved in, things we've got going on at the moment? We'll do the raffle draw as well now, so we can reveal who the winner of the prize is. The wheel that we've got up and going now, mate, is that for the prize that I've got here, the Declan Rice piece?
No, it is for the signed piece that we put out on Twitter, the framed Declan Rice and Trevor Brooking piece. The wheel's been won. The wheel was done on the one you've got was the one that was won on the
So that one has already gone. So that was one of the pieces that we was going to be putting out.
That was one on the football card.
Bit. So that was one. So congratulations to who won that.
That was won by Chris Barlow on the football card. It was. I put the video out yesterday. The piece now that we're doing the wheel for is the framed Trevor Brooking and Declan Rice piece, which sold 52 tickets. It was done a little while ago, just after we'd done the James Collins framed piece. Yeah. And there's already 52 names on there. It's spin and let's get a winner.
Come on then, let's go. Good luck, everyone.
I'll write this down. I don't think there were any paper left in my house after writing all these payments down today.
Best of luck if you've entered and hope that you come up trumps. Thank you for everyone who entered, because it's all going to go to one cause. So thank you to everyone who's entered. And the person who is going to see the return... Boom.
Here he goes.
It's going to be Sean Smith. Gary Lee was either side. Proper unlucky for Gary Lee that Sean Smith has come up trumps, mate.
I'm delighted to say Sean Smith's a Wolves fan who enters every single competition we do. And he keeps it quiet, but I'm delighted he's won that. Good man. Appreciate it. Well done, Sean. I don't know if you're watching or not, but I'm dropping everything here. Thanks ever so much for everybody who entered, and Sean, for you. I will send you a DM, because I'm going to need your details of where to post it onto. For anything else that's happening, we have got the raffle going on for 2 tickets into the Sponsors Lounge for a game of the choice once we were all allowed to go again. £10 a raffle ticket is our pin tweet at Isla's Army. If you do enter it, please drop us a DM and please put on the notes on PayPal Betway competition. Otherwise, it's getting included into this £1 for Isla or hashtag that's going around at the moment. We thank you all that are joining in on that. And before we go, I will give you a little update and let you know about Isla, what's happening. So I spoke to Nicola earlier, and she's not doing good. She's not doing good at all. I've never had Nicola on the phone to me before upset and in tears about how her daughter is. That's reality today. That's how she is now. They're desperate to get her to Great Ormond Street. They're hoping to go there today. The 8 or 9 days that she's been in Queens, the antibiotics clearly aren't working. She's having a fever every day and every night. She's perking up in the afternoons, but it's just not lasting. She's due, bless her heart, she's due to be having more chemo come Monday, but all will depend on her blood levels, whether she can have it. But they need to get her to Great Ormond Street, where Nicola wants to try and take the treatment there private, because she doesn't believe what's happening is enough. So we can get her right to get her aboard. She cannot travel abroad how she is at the moment for treatment. Once they've got her into a better condition and stable condition, they can then do that. We need to make sure we've got the funding ready for them to help them go, so they can go and get the treatment then. If you know anyone who can make a difference, tag them, retweet the stuff, share the stuff, hit subscribe on this channel, because we get this monetized. It's all for her too. There's some big accounts out there at West Ham who've all got their own channels. We're not here to rival you. We're here to get help for this little girl. That's what it's about. So you've got subscribers that you could put our way. People say there's nothing I can do. There's plenty you can do. Share it. That's all you got to do. Don't worry about me or Frankie. It's not about us. It's about her. Share it. Make people subscribe, or ask people to subscribe to this. That's massive.
We had a really good increase in subscribers after the last plug that we had for this channel, mate. And a few of the big YouTubers who have come on have helped that as well. But we are over 250 subscribers now, so we're a quarter of the way there. So if everybody who has done the £1 for Isla hashtag also subscribed to the channel as one extra little thing, which only takes 2 seconds of people's time, mate, we can get this channel towards getting monetized and start having a residual amount of money coming to Isla every single month, which would be absolutely amazing. So yeah, if people can hit that subscribe button, it would be, if you're watching on Twitter, head over to YouTube, because you can only subscribe on YouTube. Head over to YouTube and please do subscribe, because it will make a massive difference in the long run to fundraising and the money that we can get over to her.
Definitely, mate, 100%. And as I say, even down to Nicola. Nicola has she's been in the hospital every day with her for obvious reasons. She wouldn't leave her side, I know that. And she said today, she went, Baz, I've not even been out to get a cup of tea. That's reality for them at the moment. Isla's dad went up to see her yesterday. Michael was allowed in for like 10, 15 minutes. And when he went in, Nicola had to leave the room. It's just no life for them. And we can help make a difference. And collectively we will, I'm sure of it. I've told Nicola we will. So just help us out. Just spread it. As I say, it's not for us. Not at all for us. And the day that Isla don't need us, this channel will be closed. So the monetization won't matter at all. The day she don't need us, but all the while she needs us, we need you lot to help us. And if you can do that, amazing, because it only helps one person, and that's that little girl in the top corner of your screen that you see the image of.
Absolutely, mate. All right, shall we? We've got some Tottenham previews coming up, hopefully with some really good guests. So that would be amazing if we can get them on this week and do a Tottenham, or probably multiple Tottenham previews. So fingers crossed for that. Yeah, I think that's everything from us today, mate. If you've got anything more to add, if not,
no, it's cool. Just don't forget the £1 for Isla Day. It starts Friday. We're already and donated. Keep them coming. When you go up Monday morning or go out and you're going to get your paper or coffee, just stop. Drop a quid on the Just Giving page if you can. Sorry, on the PayPal link, not the Just Giving. That's what we're doing it through PayPal if you can. The link's going across the bottom. It's all over our Twitter feed. So if you can, amazing, and everything that you do without that little girl. And I will give you an update once I know more from Nicola. I'll be putting them out every day. I do text her every day to see how she's doing 2-3 times a day. And when there's something that you need to know, I promise you I will let you know. And all those that message me asking all the time, I'm not being rude, I'm not responding, but sometimes I just keep it to myself until Nick says it's time to say something. And that's not being rude at all, but it's just how it should be. And just look for our channel. Look at Isla's Army on Twitter or Isla's Fight and all the art, which is Isla's page, and all your updates that come out from there.
What's up, man? Thank you very much, mate.
Nice one. Thank you all, and thank you, Frankie.